Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany. How are you? We do anything fiber related on the channel and today is no different. Today we're doing another yarn corner. I feel like I'm really late with this one. I think this is for October and November and I'm posting this beginning of December, so we can just like combine them together. If you don't know, these yarn corners are just where I talk about things that I finished, things that I'm working on, and things that I have bought or have been really loving that is all related to fiber or knitting, or I guess crochet, but I mean, I primarily am a knitter, so honestly haven't been doing a lot of knitting. I think I've gotten into like this really weird kind of cast on rut, and I've never been like that. I've been someone who has just casted on anything like right away. I've casted on like 10 projects and like not thought about it at all, but recently I feel like I haven't been casting on a lot of stuff, so maybe I'll talk about that later in the video. Elephant in the room. I am wearing one of my newly finished pieces. This is one of my own creations. It's the, I don't know what to name it, but I think it's just gonna be like the typical cross mock neck or the cross neck. I don't know. I wish I knew how to explain this. Cross v-neck? Maybe I don't know. Someone help me. I recently just blocked this, just finished it. Sorry. I wish I could show you the bottom. This is just what it looks like. I talked about this in my falls knitting video, and your girl is getting stuff done, which doesn't usually happen. So I was really happy to get this one out and finished. I actually didn't talk about this in my previous yarn corner because I don't know if I just didn't start it at that point or just wasn't sure if it was like gonna work out or not, because I was honestly like doing the yoke was probably like the scariest thing because it's just like a yoke I've never seen a lot of designers do, and it was kind of something that I was doing on a whim, and I wasn't following anything. It was just like me just like feeling the pattern through the yarn and just really hoping it was going to turn out. It is just your basic drop shoulder. You guys know I love a good drop shoulder. That's like probably one thing I'm probably going to do for all of my patterns because I love it so much. I just think it's really it just looks store made, and honestly the drop is just so beautiful. It's like a really small v-neck and the ribbing kind of overlaps over each other, which I think is really cool. Again, I was really inspired by Brittany Bathgate, so this is just, you know, me getting one step closer to that goal, and she kind of had it in a gray kind of color like this, so I think I did a pretty good job. Collar ribbing is in 1x1, but then the arm and the body is 2x2 because that was what I got from the reference photo. I know, controversial. I don't think I've seen a lot of knitters kind of do 1x1 and then 2x2. It's just, I want to say almost taboo. It's like almost like a knitting rule I broke, but I don't mind. I don't know. Again, I've been loving the 2x2. I think it's really nice. I think it looks really cool, and I don't know, maybe next time we'll do a 2x2 ribbing here, but I really like how the 1x1 looks like. When I first tried it on, I was really afraid that it would bunch up kind of weird, but after blocking, I think it worked out really well. I also was scared blocking this section. It was kind of, I don't know, scrunched, so the blocking again helped that. I also have been really loving a nice, deep, like thick increase band. I just think it really accentuates the neckline and looks really beautiful. So I knitted this this is Heavy Merino by Knitting for Olive in Nordic Beach, and then I'm using one strand of Tin Silk Mohair by Sunnisgarn in the light gray color. I love it and I've been wearing it a lot. I was really worried, so this is my first time really using the Heavy Merino. I have used it in the weekend hat and that was lovely, but for some reason, like knitting this guy up, I was really worried. My tension was kind of all over the place. I was just honestly super worried it wasn't gonna block out well, but after blocking again, your girl looks totally fine and smooth. I will say that if I don't fold this perfectly, like if I toss it kind of haphazardly and it lies somewhere in a place for a really long time and then I try to wear this again, it wrinkles really evidently, and I don't know, you just kind of, I don't know, when I wear it you can kind of see the wrinkles. So it's maybe something that's maybe like one thing I don't love about it, but again, it looks really nice on me. The knitting feel the knitting feel of it was also really nice. I find this yarn is quite rustic versus something that's softer, so you kind of get that, I don't know, grittiness that sometimes you can enjoy with a yarn. I don't know. Does that even make sense? I could have just literally made that up, but yeah, sorry. I feel like I took forever just to explain what I was wearing, but this guy kind of took up my life for a good portion of like a month. So just a small update. We added buttons to my Chorizo cardigan. Just wanted to show it off, but they just look like this. They're super cute. I'll be adding them to the shop, and I added them with these adorable like pink thread, and it looks so good with the viola. I will wear this in a upcoming video so you can see how it looks up. And don't worry, I am trying to write a pattern and grade it. I'm honestly the slowest person ever, and I just want to thank everyone again for their patience with me on that. You guys saw in my previous video with my winter plans, I knitted up, I was wearing my lovely Stockholm v-neck sweater by PetiteKnit. I'm honestly in love with this sweater. I want to say this is probably the perfect v-neck. I've never had anything better than this. It's so beautiful. I love the color I chose. I think it's just the perfect statement piece, and it really shows off how beautiful this V is. It's a folded V. I love the 1x1 stitching, I don't know what this is called, but the 3 decreases that allows for this beautiful double fold. And again, she's drop shoulder. I maybe like don't love this drop shoulder. You knit it flat, then you do a German short row on the front yoke instead of the back yoke. Not a big dealio. I think it still looks beautiful on me. It blocked again beautifully this yarn. Not gonna lie, I thought it was gonna take me a longer time to find the most perfect green yarn, but this is it. So honestly, I recommend this green to like everyone and anyone. It is the Knitting for Olive Clover. I did it in the merino, but honestly, like if you mix this with the Kid Silk Mohair, that would have been amazing as well. And then I used Filcolana Tilia, which is the mohair, and I used it in like the apple juice green, apple green color. And again, you could have probably gotten away with the Arwetta in that color, and they just matched so perfectly. I just think I just cannot believe the colors matched so perfectly. It was like they coordinated to make sure that this green was going to be perfect, and it honestly made my life super easy. No issues with the color matching, which is hard. As you guys know, I've been struggling with my reds. So just looking at the stitch definition, I just really appreciate the 4mm with this guy. I'm happy I didn't do this. So the pattern calls for like 2 strands mohair, which I think would have been just honestly like way too itchy. Like this alone is already pretty itchy, but it's so nice. I was wearing it with like a duster jacket, kind of like long coat, and I just had this wrapped around me like this. Oh, and not gonna lie, I looked cooler than everyone. I was the coolest person in the room. So just so good. I highly recommend this sweater to everyone. It's like one of my favorite sweaters right now. I can't believe I would say that, especially about a green like this. Next one, I have shown this in I think my Instagram story, but I finished the Henley. This is, I guess I'm gonna call it the typical boyfriend Henley. It is lovely, oversized, gorgeous. She's everything. I was really scared it wasn't going to turn out, but she did. She showed up, and I have never been more pleased. I got my dad to try it on, and it even looked pretty good on him, which I was, I guess, worried about, like making sure that it was like unisex enough. So this is just what it looks like on me. Oh, it is the most perfect oversized Like, just, I don't know. I have also been living in this. It just is, I'm really comfortable, like this fabric. I don't know. I think it's because it doesn't have mohair, that you don't have that itchy feeling. You just have like a soft, huggy feeling that I really appreciate. So yeah, it just has this nice double folded border with just, there's a button here and a button here and here. So there's 3 buttons, but I haven't put them on yet because I can't really decide what I want to do with it. I knitted this, I don't remember. I think I knitted this in 7mm, if I'm not mistaken. I could be easily mistaken. I knitted it in 2 strands, Drops Flora, and then 1 strand of the Feeling Good Wool and the Gang kind of baby alpaca. And I still have some left over, so I kind of wanted to make a skirt, but like that might be a little bit too ambitious, but I feel like it would look nice in this kind of set. Someone convinced me to do it, but I think it's just like a perfect lounge set. I think it's really nice because you can wear it for yourself. It's a nice kind of basic, but it's also a really nice piece that you could make for a significant other, a family member. It doesn't take that long to make because again, it's like the bigger needles. I'd cry because before I would just think to myself, okay, I can just make all of PetiteKnit's patterns, like the Norsland sweater, the Hans Holm sweater. I'll just make those for like my boyfriend or something and that'll be beautiful, but all of those ones are in 4mm and I just can't dedicate like that much time to someone like that if it's not me. So this guy I think would be chef's kiss as always. And again, like you could probably like also have it, oh my gosh, buttoned up and it kind of looked like the most cutest sweater ever. So again, I'm so sorry for being so slow on this. I know everyone's been asking me. I honestly should start putting out tester forms during my knitting process so that way I can finish it while you guys also finish it, and then I can put it out when I finish it, because I get so many questions asking me when I'm gonna get the tester form out, and I'm so bad at it. So thank you again for everyone being patient and listening to my updates. I have a pattern schedule on my shop website, so you can see when I have, you know, like sent out the tester forms, it's tested, or the pattern's been released, just the most up-to-date schedule on all my patterns. So again, thank you everyone for the interest and the support. So we love it. It's so, like, it's so yummy. I feel like a Drops Air would be a good replacement for the Feeling Good yarn, and it feels good. It feels good to say I'm gonna make something and then actually get it to happen. So yeah, it's been like really nice to, you know, say stuff and then do stuff. That's like kind of like my my motto, my mantra, kind of what I've been telling myself to, you know, when I say I'm gonna do stuff, I'm gonna stick to it and actually try to do it. It's really put me out of my comfort zone and like trying new things, really challenge my creativity. But I think at the same time, it makes me anxious. I can get a bit anxious when I'm casting on stuff because again, I don't have like a solid pattern that someone's tested and proofread and gone through. I don't have that comfort level of knowing that the pattern is always going to kind of work out because I'm coming up with it by myself. So there have been a couple, like I tried knitting my striped sweater and it, you know, didn't really work out, so I unraveled it. I've tried to do one of those really thick kind of saddle shoulder sweaters. I wanted to try to do that and that didn't work out, so I had to unravel it. So I feel like there's more, so I feel like I've been casting on things but I don't have a lot to show for it because again, I've been like unraveling a lot, wanting to cast on something but having that fear that it's not going to work out. So I think that's kind of been something that's hindering me recently, but that's on me for kind of going into a lot of them blind. I really like to do it first and see how the actual knit comes out. I need to have to see it physically in order to know if the shape and just how the look of it is going to turn out. Like I don't know, I can't like write it down and figure out the math first because it's just like calculations, right? You're not actually, it's not actually like how it's going to be worn. That's why I think trying on pieces while you're working on them is really important. So anyway, little aside, but I've just been like dealing with that, but I think that comes with being a designer and trying different things and experimenting. So root for me that we can not only cast on things, but cast on things and keep going. Like this guy and the Henley and the Chorizo cardigan, just being able to see these things progress and work out. High risk, high reward. Just a little update on my Selma sleep suit for Inga from Knitting Traditions. I have taken a little pause from this guy because actually no reason. There's no reason why I did. I just did. But we really do have to keep going because I would love to send this to her and get it to her by like Christmas time. And I'm really almost done. So I kind of have to just dedicate like a couple hours to finally finish it. So this is, again, the Selma sleep suit by PetiteKnit. I am knitting this in the 3 to 6 months. I finished both legs. Yeah, ignore that, the fact that I just try to hide the yarn. But look at these little feet. Look at these most littlest itty bitty feet you've ever done seen. I just have the arms left to do, so I think it'll go by really quickly. Again, I'm gonna make another one for my future child, so it's literally no issue, but it's so freaking cute. I like, sorry. Oh my god, that's just so delusional of me. But it's coming up really nice. Again, this is Drops Air. It's just a beautiful kind of like alpaca-ish yarn. I think it has either polyamide or something, but I've been really loving it. I didn't think I was gonna love it as much as I do, but I'm definitely gonna be adding more colors into the shop and just loving it and living for it because it's so freaking beautiful. I said I wanted to make a adult version, and I should. The answer is I should. This would be like, this color too would look really nice on me. I recently like organized my yarn shelf, and I got these kind of like boxes from IKEA, and they're really nice and very handy. I've just been putting all of my whips in them because before I was putting my whips on the ground, and that was just never okay in the first place. So I've been putting them in here, and it's been really nice not having it kind of cluttered all over the floor. But with having it on the floor, I can see it, so I can pick it up right away, versus having it hidden, I forget almost immediately that they were ever in my life. So this guy was in the box, and I just never thought to pick it up. So I'm gonna have to put this out on a table or something and finally finish it. I think it's also really good to have like a box or like a basket because you can focus on one thing at a time. I am someone who kind of likes to pick and choose and never really finish things. So I think I have been better at finishing, but I forget about all my other whips that are kind of hidden away. So hopefully, but when I take them out, I do really focus on them, which I love. Okay, next piece that I've been working on. I think I talked about this in the wow, it is so red. I talked about this in the previous video, or no, I talked about this in the previous yarn corner. I am trying to make a beautiful red sweater. I need to make it before red dies down. I think red's gonna be here for at least a whole year, so I can at least finish this and get it in my wardrobe. But I have started this guy a billion times and it has driven me absolutely wild. But it's because I've been trying to do a different drop shoulder. I wanted to do something a little bit different because I did still want to do kind of your basic crew neck, something that is just a classy piece again that will last years of trends. I am using, so this is how it kind of initially looks like. I'm using 3 different yarns. Again, this is just a Schackenmeyer red yarn. I'm using like a cotton cone that I got from Knit City, and then just this random, I don't know the composition of this, but it's just this red single ply kind of lace red yarn, which I really like. I think I'm gonna have leftover of this, so I might mix it with other red stuff. But yeah, so this is how it looks. This is the back, but for the drop shoulder, I'm trying to do this like, I don't know how to explain this. It's kind of like I don't know this motif. I kind of used inspiration from, if you know, Gigi Hadid has her own, I don't know if she owns it or if she's just collaborating, but it's called Guest in Residence. It's like the cashmere sweater brand. I just got some inspiration from her drop shoulder. And then, so this is the drop shoulder, but then around the arm, you also have the same motif and it wraps around. So it goes down like this, but then it also wraps around to the front, which I think is like a really cool idea, and I really wanted to try it out, and I hope that it looks good. I just started the second, like the other side of the shoulder, and hopefully I can, you know, combine it in the neckline and see how it looks like. I think once I get to kind of the bottom here, that's when you can really tell if a sweater is gonna work out or not. But the fact that I have to even get to that point is really scary. I had to frog so much. First I started on 5.5, then I went down to 5, and now I'm on a 4.5. I wasn't sure about how this motif was gonna look like, so it was a big battle with myself, but I think I ended up doing fine. Again, with the Guest in Residence, what she has is a 1x1 collar, and then again a 2x2 arm and body. So let me know if you want me to do that again. I think it'd be fun to add it into kind of like this collection and just be different. I'm just gonna be like a weirdo, you know, just a different kind of girl. Might be a little too risky, but I think the reds really came together. Again, I was having such an issue with trying to find reds that kind of matched with this. I first tried the Drops Fable, didn't work out. I bought some Drops Kids Silk. That was, again, too dark for this. This is a little bit too light. So just been trying to find a perfect red. This is honestly the best I think I'll get to what red I've been trying to get to, but I might pick up some like either like the Knitting for Olive like new red color, the new Suniscarn poppy color. I would love to see those two in person to kind of figure out whether those are the best reds, but that is another time. I've literally bought so many red yarns that I have no idea what to do with. So go me. So hopefully I can get this going. I also like it because there is a bit of cotton in here, so it's I guess it's like it's a wool cotton blend, which I've never had for a sweater, so it'll be kind of more breathable and something I could wear in the springtime, which I think would also be really nice. I've just been watching a lot of people style this type of red and it looks so good on everyone, so I am beyond excited to finish this guy and look really good. Ooh, okay, next thing I just recently picked out from my mystery kind of whip box is my Tabi socks. I have been meaning to finish these socks off, but if you guys don't know, I've been obsessed with like Tabi things, like Maison Margiela shoes. It's very controversial. I don't even care. I just think it's like the most cool thing ever. I've been gawking over them for like years, and so I decided to make socks. Oh my god, they're so funny. I'm starting the second sock, which I'm really proud of. This is just knit in my base classic sock. I really do like my classic sock yarn, so I just like using it when I just need a kind of basic cream. I'll be putting out this pattern for the Patreons and then hopefully be putting it on my shop. I've been a little bit better. I've kind of updated a couple patterns on my shop and I think I put the Tabi gloves and I put the pouch and purse pattern on my shop, so hopefully I can get that on my Ravelry. I don't know, I'm just really bad at like sitting down and actually finishing things, so someone actually needs to lock me in this room and shackle me down to finally get all these patterns to you. But I did want to say that I have been using, so I don't know if I've talked about this in a yarn corner, but I have really wanted to get into like these smaller needles, but I did buy one that was a 20 centimeter and I just didn't love the feel of them. I just thought it was not fun at all. So I recently picked up these asymmetrical ones from C-Knits. So they look like, sorry, you can't even tell. They look like this. It's like this. So just think the tip of my fingers is kind of where it ends. Yeah, so one is longer than the other and it's supposed to be more ergonomic, I guess, for your hands. You use the longer one on your right side and I guess initially I kind of found it a little bit uneasy, kind of similar to just like your normal 20 centimeter cables, but I find that it is better. I think over time I can see myself really liking these. I just find that I love Magic Loop. I love the fact that you can separate, you know, the front and the back, but I really hate having to push all those stitches through kind of the joint, like especially with the C-knits. So if I can just fall in love with these, then again, I won't have any issues with ladders either. So I think the sock will just ultimately look better. I am interested to see kind of tension wise if it's any different. They do look similar, so I think they're fine, but maybe this will entice me to knit more socks because there are some colorwork patterns that I would love to try out. And also the Valentine sock set, I gotta make a set and then do a cal with you guys. Yeah, so hopefully I can kind of like get into it and fall back into love with sock knitting, because I love sock knitting. I just haven't found a lot of time to do it, and I need to get through more of the 52 weeks of socks and kind of make my own sock pattern. So I just need more of this hand knit sock in my life. Every time I go into a thrift store, I always look in the furniture section because I really want to find just like a really big like wooden chest kind of thing so that I can put all of my nice hand knit socks in. I just think it would be like a really pretty collection, but I've never found one. So if anyone knows of something like that, that would be lovely, because I don't know how I can store my sock knits. That makes sense. Okay, next thing, just quickly wanted to talk about so I can get it moving, but this is my April cardigan. I don't know if you guys have seen this guy. No, I did talk about it in my black knitting video, so just wanted to say I finished the body and I'm kind of trying to finesse this. I don't know if it's gonna work out, but I kind of want it to be a crew neck cardigan. I wish I knew what the name is for that, like a high neck cardigan instead of, you know, your basic v-neck cardigans. But I don't want to cast it, like I don't want to unravel this, so I've been trying to like knit. Oh my god, this is delusional. This is like delusional me knitting, but I've been trying to knit like a section so I can sew it in like mattress stitch to try to make it so that the V kind of goes straight. So I'm trying to like, I'm trying to like knit this section so that I can make it like a crew neck. I don't know. We'll see if this works out. If it does, I'm actually a genius. But I don't think it will, but I'm just gonna keep going and hope for the best. Like, I don't think the mattress stitch will be too like intense here, and if it is, then it's kind of just like a sweater accent, and the fact that it's so black you can't really see anything, I think I can get away with it. So I'm trying to figure out how I can kind of get it to here and then do like a collar. Someone stopped me. Someone literally stopped me, but just wanted to show that so then I can get back to you on another yarn corner and tell you if it was a success or a failure. And then finally, for another whip, if you guys didn't know, I am doing a mystery cal on my YouTube channel here on the Thursdays. So I am doing a balaclava, or it's called the Yoloclava, so Yolo balaclava. I think this is like a series I'm gonna do where you can join the cal, join the mystery. You get a Google link where you can see kind of live of me knitting up a certain pattern, and you can do it along with me. Like, we both don't know if it's gonna work out, we both don't know how it's gonna look like, but you're trusting me and we're just knitting along together. I decided I wanted to do it in kind of scraps, so every time I hand dye yarn, I cut, there's kind of like these ties to keep them together. I cut them after I dye them, and I have so many left over and I felt so bad to throw them away. So I've been tying them together into like little scrap balls, and I've been knitting and I've been using it for the balaclava, which is super nice, but it takes me like twice as long to finish the pattern because I have to like, it takes me 2 or 3 hours to just like wind up like 15 grams of yarn. So this is kind of what it looks like at the moment. Isn't this so freaking cool? So these are, again, all these scraps from all the yarns that I have dyed for you guys. So I think it's just like a really cool way to reuse scraps. Again, the YOLO series is to kind of entice everyone to use scraps. That's why it's a free pattern for the people who sign up for the Cal, and we make it together. I have finished the pattern just because I felt bad for the people who are waiting. I still have to do the ribbing for the border of the face, and then I have to do the ribbing for the bottom of the neck, and then I'll be done. This is what it currently looks like. I think, ooh, I think it'll look cute. I was trying this on, I think on the stream without any makeup on, and I thought I looked crazy. But because I have makeup on and I have a sweater, it's kind of giving. Yeah, so I think it'll turn out fine. I think the next Cal we're gonna do is maybe mittens. So you can have like a matching mitten balaclava set. And I really want to do like a yellow scarf, maybe like a yellow bag, like just like a bunch of like little YOLO accessories that that you can do with me and just have fun with it. So that one is closed though. When I finish this pattern, I'll be putting it on the shop and you can buy it there. But if you do want to get them free and participate in the Cals, I'm probably going to move it to my Patreon. They recently just came out with free tiers that you can join. So you can join my Patreon for free, and I will post the Google link there so that you can access it, and I don't have to send them all out individually because I was having such an issue with that. Yeah, I'll just have it up there for like a limited time, and then again post it on the shop when I'm finished with the pattern. So yeah, just thought it was a really cool idea to start. Kind of entices you to use up your scraps and get some cute accessories and fun stuff like that. So if you have any suggestions on other patterns you'd like to see for the YOLO series, definitely let me know. Yeah, so I think that's it for my whips and finished pieces. I actually didn't buy anything for this last little bit. I haven't gotten any new yarn, except for the hobby haul that you guys saw in the last video, and just nothing. Yeah, just haven't really purchased anything. I feel good about it. I feel good about using up my stash and just kind of planning things that I want to use with them and working through them. But yeah, don't get me wrong, I was for sure enticed by those Black Friday deals. Oh, I do have some other, I do have maybe one thing. I've been getting really obsessed with like other types of fiber arts. I just bought like a felting needle and like a foam block because I want to start getting into felting things, like felting, just because I do have quite a leftover, maybe not yarn, maybe like roving yarn that I feel like would be really great accessory pieces. So if I can do that, that would be stunning. But I've also been getting into like miniatures and just like little, I guess, needlecraft things. I discovered Nicola Mascall design. I'll link it in the description, but she just makes like dollhouse miniature embroidery kits. And you've just sold me once you tell me about kits. But it's just like this miniature pillow. Looks like this. I freaked the F out. I'll post another photo here because I need all of those pillows in my life for absolutely no reason, but it came to me and it's so cute. I treated myself to this. Honestly, flown by so fast. Like I'm almost done it, and I was really hoping it was gonna last me a little bit longer, but I like just got it and I'm almost like half done. But this is what it looks like. It comes with like this cardboard thing so you can like hold it, but it's so hard on the eyes. It's so tiny, but it's just the most prettiest thing you've ever flipping seen. This is gonna be like the cutest little pillow, and I'm gonna have it for absolutely no reason except to just display everywhere. It's just like miniature cross stitch almost, for like a little furniture piece. That is something I've been a little bit obsessed with, and it's probably the reason why I haven't been knitting so much as well. Buying wise, I did end up getting a subscription. So you guys know I've been talking about the Longway Homestead Fiber of the Month. She was having like a discount where she was, I think it was like 10% or 15% off each month for the whole year. So I signed up for it, and see see what yarn she sends. I just got an email notification that it was shipped, so it's coming all the way from Manitoba, and I can show it in the yarn corners each time and show you the different breeds and stuff, and hopefully I can also show how I spin them and what I use them for. Hi, this is probably so random, but I just got my Longway Homestead in the mail while I was working out, and right when I was filming this, so I thought to just come on and show you guys a live unboxing. I'm so sorry for how I look like right now. Came in this envelope, so okay, so it's vacuum packed, but I think that's totally okay. They save on shipping, so that's literally all that matters. But it looks like this. That's so funny. Okay, this is, so it's Ile-de-France IDF. Some IDF can be fine enough that you can wear it next to your skin, while some would be better as outer clothing or used in felting projects. Oh my god, I can use this as felting. It depends on the flock that you source it from and the individual fleeces. Ah, look at them. So cute. I want to open this. Okay, so I don't know whether I want to spin this or if I want to felt it. Oh my gosh. I don't, the smell's a little diff than normal sheep. I'm gonna weigh it. I just want to check. It is 106. I love the cream color. I'm pretty sure each blend is going to be a different color. It will felt readily and would be a good choice for any of your felting projects. The wool takes dye well with crisp white base color. Staple length, however, is on the shorter side and will make for some great spinning. If you're knitting, crocheting, or weaving with the IDF, it will show off stitch weave definition well and will have some great body and bounce. I highly recommend cables for this yarn or bouncy moss stitch. The breed was first brought to Canada in 1995. From there into other parts of North America, where it comes popular breed among medium and large sheep farms in Canada. Ah, okay, so happy that I got this right away so I could show it to you guys. It just looks like this. It has some like debris in it, but the girl doesn't even care. It's really nice and fluffy. I totally get what they mean by bouncy. Shepherds cross the Rambouillet Merinos with additionally Leicester to improve meat production. Awesome. So this is her. I'll have to let you guys know if I get to doing anything with it. Oh, it's okay. So there's just a tie here as well. Lovely. Oh my god, that's so awesome. I need to like dedicate a day where I just spin everything. I could probably have some left over to use for some cabling. Okay, sorry, this cut. Goodbye. Another thing I've been really getting into is like roving and like home to top kind of things. I really want to start hand dyeing them and seeing what I can do with it. I've also been really obsessed with like dyeing them and selling them to you guys if you are spinners. I've been looking at carding machines, and like someone in my Instagram told me about blending boards, which I thought was like the coolest thing ever. So maybe again in the future I can look into that. And I think that would be really cool to like put in the shop as well, just because I feel like if I can master kind of blending roving together like that, I can like make my own Noro yarn. So that is the ultimate dream. It is far away. I have like way too many hobbies at this moment that I have to kind of manage. Yeah, that is it for this yarn corner. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and push the notification bell if you want to be notified when I post next. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.